What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be talking about how to register a trademark. So I'm not a trademark specialist or professional, and if you want to consult a professional then I'd recommend you do that, but I have registered trademarks myself for my business and I'm in the process of registering another one now. I'm going to take you through step by step of how to register a trademark in the UK, everything that you need to do that, how difficult it is, how much it costs. I'm going to go through step by step registering a new trademark, which you will be able to follow along with and see exactly as I do. If you've got any questions on anything that I've got going on in this video, please leave them below in the comments and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you're interested in any sort of this material, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. I talk a lot about increasing your income, starting and growing online businesses, and everything that goes along with that. So whether you're selling products on Amazon, whether you're doing print-on-demand Shopify stores, or you're manufacturing and selling your own products, having a trademark to protect your products, your brand, long-term is going to see you well. It's going to fend off any competitors. It's going to allow you to sell and license your brand for other third parties to use, in which you'll receive a royalty. And it's also going to allow you to take legal action on anyone that you see or find which is trying to counterfeit your goods and use your name to generate businesses which they haven't managed to achieve on their own. If you've been subscribed to the channel for a while, you'll know that my first Amazon FBA product, which I'm currently doing a relaunch of at the moment, this was the first trademark that we actually purchased and now own. One of the words in our description for the product on Amazon, we use the word Shavette in the description. Some guy in Germany actually owned the trademark to that. He put an infringement on our Amazon account. Our Amazon account got suspended and we actually lost quite a lot of money in lost sales because our Amazon account was offline. So it is really important not only to register a trademark for your brand, but also anything that you put online, whether it's in the product description, whether it's in the images or videos or anything that you do, make sure that any word that looks like it could be trademarked, that you search it and you check it out and make sure that you're completely clear before you go forward, because otherwise you will find out the hard way, just like we did. So the first step in the process is really to determine what the trademark class is that your trademark is going to fall into. In the UK there are 45 different trademarks for goods and services. 0 to 35 is for goods and 35 to 45 is for services. You can find this information out pretty easily, and when you get into the trademark process it will take you through the search function and allow you to type in what you want to search as your trademark and show you some of the potential classes that you can select. So I'm going to jump into my computer and we're going to apply for a trademark right now. So the first thing you want to do is to just Google register a trademark UK Gov. Go onto the government website. I will leave a link directly to this below in the video description. You then want to scroll down this page and click on apply to register a trademark. Scroll down here. Please feel free to read all of this information. I'm just going to rush through it a little bit because I've done it before. Click apply. So you will be applying as the registered trademark owner. If you've got a solicitor or a trademark specialist, then they will probably click on here for you. But in this instance, we're just going to do it ourselves. As I said, I'm not a specialist. And if you do feel that you want to consult a specialist, then please go for it. But I'm just showing you this information because this is how I've done it. If you want to follow along, then you can. Or if you've got any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to help you out. You'll first come to this page and I would recommend that you just click check. So really you want to check first that you can actually register the trademark before you move forward, as it's £170 to register your trademark under one class and then an additional £50 for every other class that you want to add your trademark to. This will make a lot more sense in a minute, but just keep that in mind for now. Obviously you don't want to apply for a trademark for Nike because it's obviously already gone and your trademark application is going to get refused and you're going to waste your money. So you want to search to see that your trademark is available before you go through to the next stage of the process. So we're now at this page which basically says what type of trademark you want to apply for. You can apply for a logo, you can apply for a word or a phrase, or both. I would recommend, and a lot of other people have said this as well, that a word or a phrase is a lot stronger. This is because you could have a logo with the word written in the logo, but you wouldn't officially own the trademark to that word, rather than if you've got the word or the phrase trademarked on its own, you're going to have a lot stronger legal grounds. So I've been told, check this out for yourselves, on any legal action or infringement cases that you want to put forward to other people who are using or counterfeiting your goods. So please keep that in mind when you go through the process. So in this instance, we're just going to trademark the word or a phrase. By clicking on some of these information, you'll also see a bit more about what I mean by that. So this is where you're going to be typing in which trademark you want to actually search. So I'm just going to type in because you know that's exactly what you want to do after you've watched this to the very end. So please feel free to watch some of these videos which will explain it a lot more easily. I'm just going to rush through it, as I said, to get to the end to show you guys how to do it and how simple it really sort of can be. As I said before, this is the standard fee, which includes one class. The additional fee, which is an additional £50 for every new class that you want to add it to. So this is where you select your goods and services. So whether your brand's going to be a t-shirt brand, whether you're going to be manufacturing computers, whether you're going to be creating software, or whether you're going to be providing marketing or advertising services for other businesses, this is where you would type in what sort of service or good you're going to likely produce or manufacture. So say in this instance that we want to register a trademark for a clothing brand, we would just type in clothing, and that is going to come up with class 25, clothing, footwear, headwear. You can then go through and select multiple different terms for everything within this class, as this is all included free in that £170 for a single class. So we may as well just go through and click every single one, just to give us the option if we ever want to expand our business into those different areas. Our trademark is already going to be registered and approved as long as we get through this initial approval process. This is where if you wanted to add additional classes, for example, if you also wanted to provide clothing repair, for example, or laundry, you could add these, and then that would also bring the price up to £220 as you'd be then applying under 2 classes instead of 1. Please make sure that you apply to all this. Obviously the brand that I'm putting through today is just a sort of example. I'm not actually going to apply for that trademark, but make sure that you follow all of this just to make sure you're happy before you move any further. So this is basically the existing trademark results summary. Once you've put in your details, it's then going to look for other companies which already own similar trademarks, and when you complete your application, they actually may notify these companies that you're applying for that trademark, and it will be up to them to see whether they want to make a case against you if they feel that your trademark is too similar to theirs and it might actually affect their business. So please make sure you're aware of this and just look through these and make sure that you're confident that they are not going to have any issue with you applying for that trademark. If you're confident, then please click that button on the bottom and that will start your actual application. So as we discussed before on this, we're just going to go for words, but if you want to go through the other processes, then please feel free to do so. So we're just applying for a single trademark on this process. This is all similar to what we've seen before. We want to select the class. So basically we're just going through and selecting everything that we did beforehand. And hit continue. So these are all the items within class 25 within our single £170 application price that we will be able to get, so we can have our trademark registered over all of these different things. Do you want to add a disclaimer to this? That's completely up to a specialist if you want to use one. In this instance, I'm just going to put no. So this is basically the final confirmation page where it shows you what the mark and text is that you're going to be applying the trademark under, and what the goods and services that you have selected which that trademark will apply to. So as soon as you're happy with all of that, you can hit continue. Fill in your details and hit pay and submit your application, and that is essentially it. I'm not going to do this on this occasion because I don't actually want this trademark. I was just showing you that for the purposes of this video. So from that point on, in my experience, it takes around 2 weeks for the IPO to actually receive the application and get back to you. There's then a 2-month opposition period where they will send your application out to those companies which they think are similar to the trademark that you're applying for. They've then got 2 months to basically oppose your trademark, and you can then have a dispute with them whether you disagree with their thoughts. In the trademarks that we've applied for, we've never actually had this happen, so please let me know if you do. I'll be very interested to hear from you in the comments. If it then passes that 2-month opposition period, the trademark then goes live within 2 weeks and is valid for 10 years. So there was a bit of a delay from the last trademark we did because of COVID, but I'm not sure whether that's going to be running through. But in theory, it should take sort of 2.5 to 3 months from you actually completing the application and the trademark going live. So that sort of sums it up really. I hope that's been useful for you. Please leave me a comment if you've got any questions at all. As I said, this is very beneficial if you're using Amazon FBA. Before I sign out on the video, for people using Amazon Merch, which I have done a very brief video on as well, which is the print-on-demand service that Amazon use in the UK and the US and around the world. If you want to check trademarks in the US, head over to the USPTO website. I'll leave a link in the description for that. You can basically then search the trademarks as you would in the UK on the US database. and see who owns the trademarks over there, whether they're dead, whether they're live, and also what categories they're actually under in the US, just to see whether you're still going to be okay selling your brand in the US if you want to grow and sell worldwide. Hope that video has been helpful for you. Please leave me a comment and a like, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already. I've got loads of different stuff coming out on investing, creating online businesses, generating income, and basically improving your life and your wealth. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll be back again for some more videos. Cheers guys.